I ain't gonna lie, I ain't seen it this bad. Whole bunch of exhaust putty, the chain. By the way, the chain is keeping up the exhaust. Cut O2 sensor, there's the wires. Toyota. Got a 90-degree angle here. Goes into a 45. Then we're on to the chimney. I don't even understand this. I mean, like, how's it not leaking out? I mean, no way to keep that sealed. Up and over the cross member. Then we come over here to the Chrysler. Make it even better, it's a Nissan. With Dodge rims. It's a Nissan Dodge.
This customer let his buddy, who supposedly does bodywork, repair his car, and this is what he got back.
Where is it?
Customer states tie rods are clunking. Customer also put some chicken wire around it to prevent the clunking.
Ladies and gentlemen, customer states that the transmission is overheating. Well, there's the first 8 quarts. There's another 5, and it's still going. I wonder why I was overheating.
Who needs factory fog lights when you can just add these bad boys on?
Customer states vehicle will not start, couldn't jump, hit battery connectors, and vehicle would start. So he believes it may be a connection issue. Come over here. Oh, look at that. Looks like somebody got a little bit crazy with a hammer. Hell yeah.
Really good. It's going to cost them more than it's already worth. Yeah. These cars ain't. Well.
This wiring job was done by the owner after they engine swapped a S54 into their E30. What makes it even worse is that they were apparently an electrician. Safe to say I'd never trust their work. Customer states their vehicle's battery keeps dying. I wonder why.
Customer states vehicle won't shut off, has to disconnect the battery, so let's go ahead and turn off the car. All right, audio unit staying on. Our latest here staying on, so comes out of park, not pressing brake pedal. All right, coming out of park, so fixed. Stop putting stuff like this on your car. It's not needed, causes more issues.
Customer states they couldn't see the oil on the dipstick, so they added an insane 10 more quarts. This smoke was after they drained it all and topped it back to the correct amount.
Looks cute from the outside, but when you start looking at things, it gets a bit sketchy. One bolt.
Customer states my friend put in some brake pads for me, but something doesn't feel quite right. Yep, as you can see, their buddy forgot to put the retaining pins in on both sides. This customer did their own wiring job and came in complaining about having no lights on their dashboard.
Oh my god.
Customer states, wants undercarriage inspection. I don't think this is how you go about it.
This Honda Civic rolled in for just an oil change. The owner had taken the strut bar off and apparently lost the nuts and never replaced them.
Okay, so this customer replaced their oil pan because it was stripped, but it's still leaking. Maybe it's because they didn't clean off the gasket before sticking the new gasket on. There's two types of silicone. What the
When people bring their cars in for a recall, that's where we got to get to. We also have to get back here somehow. I hate people.
The previous owner of this vehicle was telling the customer about how he had just replaced these struts themselves. This customer was claiming that they do their oil changes every 6,000 miles. I think they may have meant every 60,000 miles, looking at the state of their oil.
Chocolate.
Honda Metropolitan 50. A little bit of JB Weld here on the case. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, sealing nice and good there, bud. Another problem. That's the engine oil drain plug. So, yeah, and I have to do an oil change. So, guess I'm gonna have to get creative.
So, customer states I have no brake pedal. Uh-oh. Oh, gee, what's wrong with that? Oh, but wait, there's more. Yeah, I'm sure that's meant to be like that. Yeah, and that's yeah, great.
Customer attempted to fix their motorcycle's exhaust leaks in quite an interesting way that of course didn't last too long.
Just had to pull this out of an oil pan with a crescent wrench. If it works, I guess.
Customer states, my heater don't work. I don't know what's wrong with it.
You have no circulation. You're right.
Customer states their car has been hard to start ever since they replaced their battery, and this is what the mechanic found. This customer made the classic mistake of putting water into their oil, thinking they were topping up their washer fluid. Credit where it's due though, they realized their mistake before any damage was caused and had it towed in.
There's
Customer said the rear struts in the great condition. They don't need to be replaced. Yeah, it's a new model, like adjustable suspension. So right now I need to try to put it back.
This is exactly why it's better to pay extra for those fitted floor mats in your cars.
Oh hey, look! It's a Dodge Grand Caravan. Holy sh**. It's all-wheel drive. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Wait. Wait. That's a transmission. There's no transfer case.
There's the saying, if it's stupid and it works, then it ain't stupid. And I think that sums up this customer's temporary fix perfectly.
Alright, this is the second Prius towed in this week. No start, came on the hook because somebody forgot to do that.
This customer had repaired an insane 14 punctures in this tyre before finally having it replaced. Customer states the brake pedals got no pressure after they replaced their brakes. As you can see, the bleed nipple is upside down, meaning they put the calipers on the wrong sides.
So which one of y'all mobile mechanics did this? Jesus Christ, man. Junkyard computer, fans, hot wired. Gee, what the? Anyway, let's see if we can program a key.
After seeing all the tape covering the lights on the dash, you'll be surprised that it's done this much mileage without blowing the engine. Customer states they don't need tyres, and I'm sure everyone watching this video would disagree, but sure, keep trying to fix it with that duct tape.
You know, I've seen some cool aftermarket shift knobs, different accessories, but check this out. I think they stole this off their grandmother's water faucet and stuck it on here for a shift knob. I don't know. We got the bejeweled everything. That shift knob's pretty pimp. What do you think? What's your opinion?
So we're doing it, our stupid is stupid. When your transit gear cables break, you say don't drive it because you can only have third gear. What do? You drive it to the point that the clutch explodes and then moan that it don't drive anymore. Stupid. It's only a bit fried. To go again. Cool.
This customer overfilled their car by almost 2.5 gallons and realised they messed up and drove it straight to the shop. I think this customer didn't use enough tape, and that's why they had to bring it into the shop.
Customer states vehicle won't stay running. Maybe an alternator, maybe oh no.
Customer states, can you change my reversing bulb? I think we figured out why it stopped working in the first place.
Jesus. Never done a oil change.
Who doesn't love doing some problem solving or a puzzle when trying to start a customer's car? They made no mention of how to actually do it, so the mechanic spent a good 10 minutes figuring it out. This customer had been doing their own oil changes but did not know they had to change their oil filter too, so when the mechanic changed it, they found this inside.
Oh. Oh. Huh. What?
Oh no. Freaking exhausted the old body.
This customer did this nightmare home repair job on their brakes before giving up after realizing the brakes were still weak and that the pedal is soft.
All those spots are from the inside. This guy for sure like just sneezes and coughs and spits on his dash. God damn these.
The owner of this 2017 Lexus RX didn't like the factory interior colour, so they decided to paint it themselves and absolutely ruined it. The ceiling is probably the worst part, which the mechanic said almost looks like mold instead of paint.
I don't know, I think it's since I got it so chipped down, I think we should just...
Can't believe that.
Yeah, me too.
This customer had a recent oil change at the shop and was now trying to blame them for an oil leak after obviously hitting something. This is some of the most insane but interesting homemade catalytic converter protection I've ever seen. As wild as it is, I guess it's working so far.
Yeah, your tires are getting a little low. That's fine. But yeah, car seems to be in pretty good condition.
So I'm over here inspecting this piece of shit. Alright, everything's blown the out. But if you come check over here, this ball joint is just hanging on for dear life.
The mechanic said this was the worst interior they had ever stepped into, and that a lot of what you're looking at on the dash and steering wheel was from the owner spitting on it.
What the f is all this? At least I don't smell here. But surely I ain't touching all that shit. It's disgusting.
I mean, at least the customer did their best on strapping this battery down.
So 1997 Chevy Blazer, customer states 4-wheel drive is in op. So first thing I did was start checking vacuum lines. So that was what I was taught was usually the main problem. And I get down to the actuator. It looks like they've replaced the actuator, which okay, cool. It still doesn't tell me about the vacuum line, which is not attached. And it took me a minute to find it. It is right here, tucked away, with a bolt shoved in it.
Another instance of a customer's buddy saying they know how to do body repairs and only making things worse.
Again, unless he picked up a muffler and clamped all this back together himself, there's nothing missing. It's bent. It looks like shit.
Customer came in only wanting an oil change while having all of these issues. The shop refused after seeing the intake wrapped in shirts and an exposed live wire running from the fuse box.
So crispy. Yeah. Should I call this?
Customer said they had already checked their air filter and that it was clean. This customer replaced the correct brake pads but not the correct rotor size, causing the pads to end up like this. Thanks for watching another episode of Mechanical Nightmare. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe. If you have your own clip, you can send it to us using the link in the description. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers, so I'll appreciate it a lot if you help us out. I'll see you guys in the next episode.